Welcome to the 5G Hub. Here we'll provide you with peeking insight as to why 5G and its related applications are so attractive to be involved in today and moving into the future. Additionally, we'll give you an insider look as to how Hub 350 and the Canada North Tech Park is supporting partner companies and enabling their development in these emerging and innovative industries. In today's episode, we will dive deeper into the topic of drones and 5G. We'll first receive a brief breakdown about the technicalities and benefits of 5G itself, followed by an external outlook into some of the life-changing and even life-saving drone applications being tested and implemented worldwide. We will then share with you some very interesting clips from our conversation with an executive from Unmanned Life, a global business that offers a platform to autonomously deploy, control, and orchestrate robotics. We'll then take a more internal look into drone development and implementation happening right here in the Canada Tech Park thanks to Corality Drones, a local startup providing players at the Marshes Golf Club with a modern experience on the course through their autonomous drone beverage delivery service. Corality Drones has established their headquarters in the Canada North Tech Park and have recently joined the Living Lab Accelerator program at LSpark to receive mentorship as their product and services officially move into the drone delivery market. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the 5G Hub, a podcast brought to you by Hub 350.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia Frame, Director of Partnerships here at Hub 350. Hub 350 is the gateway to Canada's largest technology park, powered by the Canada North Business Association. Hub 350 is an ecosystem for industry, academia, and investment partners to collaborate and innovate in the heart of Canada North. With over 540 companies who collectively employ over 33,000 workers, KNBA has a long history in telecommunications and is home to several industry giants like Ciena, Ericsson, and Nokia. The hub excels in areas such as autonomous vehicles, artificial intelligence, and IoT, aiming to create a 5G connected community.
My name is Drayden, and I'm here today with one of my colleagues, Daria.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy to be here today.
We are part of a team of interns from Carleton University partnering with KNBA and Hub 350 to conduct investigative market research and create insightful content that we are so excited to share with you, KNBA's amazing community of innovators, leaders, and industry professionals. Let's start by giving everyone a breakdown about what 5G is and how it's related to drone applications.
Yeah, definitely. So 5G is a new generation of wireless technology that is employed by major network providers like Verizon, AT&T, Bell, Rogers, and is already used in more than 50 countries. To put it simply, 5G is able to operate in higher radio frequencies than the previous generations of wireless technology. The high bandwidth enables the speed, capacity, and low latency of 5G, as those frequencies are less busy. The network is also able to run over various frequencies to improve network capacity.
Oh, okay, great. And how much faster would you say that 5G is than what most of us have been using today with 4G connectivity?
Taking account all of the improved and new features of 5G, in perfect conditions it can be up to 100 times faster than 4G. The speed and connectivity that 5G technology provides changes our approach to technological communication, which will subsequently impact our daily lives. 5G technology opens new venues to create a smart and safer future.
Definitely, that speed decreases and almost eliminates any room for error between communications, opening up so many amazing opportunities across industries.
Yes, exactly. 5G is not limited to just being useful for quick downloads and lag-free video calls. It creates an opportunity for communication between intelligent devices. This is called machine-to-machine communication, and it's the main enabler of Internet of Things. Machine-to-machine enables seamless connection between autonomous devices to allow for remote control, robotics, and similar operations. 5G is perfect for supporting this connectivity as it provides necessary low latency, high speed, and bandwidth for devices with various characteristics to communicate simultaneously.
Yeah, that's so interesting, and it's definitely clear how many new opportunities this 5G instant connectivity will allow for. Daria, can you provide us with a bit more insight on how 5G is essential for the implementation of drones in particular?
Definitely, 5G provides necessary reliability and low latency connectivity for drones to quickly receive and carry out commands sent from the control system, which will bring down the margin of error. Low latency becomes really handy in areas without GPS, where the pilot has to rely on the camera footage to operate the drone. 5G ensures that the drone's camera feed updates real-time in the pilot's control system.
Oh, so cool. And what are some of the drone applications being developed, tested, and even implemented today?
By far, the most crucial application development is in mission critical services. 5G enables drone deployment services like search and rescue, as well as surveillance and, for instance, delivery of medical equipment. This is possible due to the ability to report data in real time with no delay because 5G low latency.
It's really cool to be at the beginning of this said drone revolution and seeing all these technologies and applications being developed and put to use. Our team has had the amazing opportunity to interview Unmanned Life's Vice President of Business and Marketing, Jorge Munoz, who shared with us some very cool projects that they are currently implementing. Let's hear from him what these projects involve and where they're taking place, starting with one called Industry 4.0.
In Industry 4.0, we are working a lot on logistics, on smart manufacturing, so combining different type of robots for the delivery and the assembling of different products. We also have the inspections of critical infrastructures, such as telco towers, something that we're doing in Dubai at the moment. So we're inspecting telco towers, recreating the telco towers in a digital twin model. Or we are also doing inspections of also critical infrastructures, for example, nuclear plants here in Spain. We just won a big contract on that, which is going to be public soon, where we're doing surveillance and inspections of these nuclear plants. Also, everything that is related to postal industry, for sorting, or intralogistics as well. So moving goods from one place to another, we can orchestrate this type of use cases. On the smart city side, our main focus is on emergency response, supporting firefighters or any sort of responders teams, right? I mean, of course, with this solution, a mission for search and rescue is very valuable, or and so on.
This is so interesting. Jorge also mentioned a few of Unmanned Life's projects, including partnerships with companies you may recognize.
On the delivering of component parts in an industrial campus, for example, we're working today with Volkswagen and Telefonica here in Spain, in an assembly line where a drone is delivering component parts, and it is coordinated with a ground vehicle. So the drone is already doing the delivery outside. It delivers the component part on top of the ground vehicle, and the ground vehicle gets inside of the warehouse or the assembly line to deliver the component part where it's needed.
That is indeed a very useful manufacturing application. Let's hear about one of the Unmanned Life exciting search and rescue project, which name speaks for itself, 5G drones.
So these projects that you just mentioned, like 5G drones is a 3-year project, European project, because it's funded by the European Union, that is focused on public safety in France and in Greece, southern France and Athens, Greece. Basically, it's purely focused on security and public safety. We're going to have the very first deployment in September in Greece in a football stadium or soccer stadium, where drones will be performing security rounds, detecting any sort of problems around the stadium. And in a second stage, we're going to be going to France, and here we're going to be focusing on emergency response, so public safety, but when there is an emergency response like a search and rescue application.
This first deployment would definitely be something spectacular to experience. One of the most advantageous areas that drones are revolutionizing is certainly search and rescue. Drones are able to be deployed and begin the search process much sooner than current solutions, in addition to being much more cost efficient. Unmanned Life's product and platform is already being put to use for a commercial project for the city of Vienna to perform these crucial life-saving missions.
Interesting case when you see the numbers on how we reduce all the numbers, basically, not only ROI, but also the time to respond. The city of Vienna received more than 200 calls per year of people falling into the Danube River. It's not a small river, it's a big river. When this happens, they have to mobilize at least 30 FTEs, full-time employees, to do the search of the person that has followed. fallen into the river, and most of the time they have to deploy an helicopter. Very expensive. With our solution, they're reducing from 30 to 9 FTEs, and of course, you're getting rid of the helicopter. And the time to response is 10 times faster with our drones.
It's amazing to hear the real numbers and think about how many lives are actually being saved and positively impacted by the application of 5G and these autonomous robotic solutions. Aside from commercial and industrial projects being mostly implemented over private property, it's interesting to imagine how one day millions of drones will be able to take flight simultaneously to perform their functions. Jorge mentioned at the beginning of our conversation that GSMA stated that by 2023, there will be an estimated 17 million commercial drones deployed worldwide. That's a lot, and that's very soon. Air traffic management is definitely one of the major challenges that players in the drone industry are facing. Jorge provided us with some insight on one of the European Union's initiatives on solving this significant dilemma.
Okay, so basically it's the future of urban air mobility within the European space. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but European Union is creating a space basically that is called the U space, the unmanned space. You know, planes, they have a layer in the sky that are the limits where they can fly. So the European Union is creating one layer behind, like on below that airspace for airplanes, that is called the U space. So it's basically it's like a highway for drones, right? It's a concept more bigger than that. It's also a way to us in a faster and in a better way the permits to flight. So basically, this can be even. I mean, you can ask in a second a permit to flight in certain areas, and it will be immediately accepted or rejected by this program that is called U-Space.
This is a really great initiative to lead the concept of air traffic management that may potentially act as a model for governments in other areas of the world, including here in North America, more specifically in Canada.
Although Unmanned Life's operations are still mainly in Europe and in areas across the Atlantic, we can look very closely right here in the Canada Tech Park where drone delivery is being tested and even implemented by Corality Drones. Samer Forsley, their current LSpark mentor, provided us with some very interesting insight on the opportunities and advantages of drone delivery.
Yeah, so we've seen big investments from big companies, right? So this started a long time ago with Amazon saying, "Oh, we're going to deliver our packages with a drone." Everybody kind of laughed at them. I think it was August 1st, not August 1st, sorry, April 1st announcement. Some people thought it was a joke, but there's nothing, jokey about that. It's actually a real thing. A lot of big companies have invested serious money in drone delivery, right? So again, the applications are wide. It could be just for the delivery of basic goods. It could be for emergency situations. It could be for remote deliveries. It could be for complementing a fleet. You don't always need a big truck to move around. If you just need something small, it's a far more efficient, more environmentally friendly way to get something done. So 5G does allow a better environmental impact. And so I know we all should be concerned about that and are concerned about that. And so, anywhere that in the future, anywhere a package can be delivered without the use of a car or a truck should be done by a drone, right? And so it's a huge industry, absolutely huge industry, and 5G will unlock that.
That is a very great insight from Samet that illustrates so many of the positives stemming from the emerging use of drones and 5G.
Yeah, turning inwards, Corality Drones are revolutionizing recreational activities here in the Canada area, particularly for players at the Marshes Golf Course. We'll hear from Mohammed, who is going to give us some insight on Corality's current operations, objectives, as well as their future goals.
So Corality is a drone logistics company and a technology company as well. We essentially bring drones to solve a logistics problem that a business might be encountering. In this case, golf clubs require a more on-demand delivery service for their golfers without the overhead cost that would involve with an on-demand service. And so we bring in autonomous drones to solve that logistics problem for them. We're looking to expand to different recreational facilities and different industries, not just golfing, but also ski resorts, beaches, and etc.
That is great, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching these services become available and benefit from this innovative tech. We received great insight on how Curality's solutions are a great advantage to the Marshalls Golf Club in many ways during our interview with John Stevenson, head golf professional at the club.
I see this as more of a premium offering that we could offer at certain corporate outings. If there's VIPs or certain people that you would like to really present a wow factor, this could definitely be it, right? There's great marketing potential on the boxes or the items that are getting dropped from the drone, where you can have a variety of company logos on the box. Here, I've had a lot of golf professionals or directors reach out and start exploring pricing and how is this business model look, and how it could benefit the golf course level. So people are, certain individuals, executives are really exploring this as an added feature to their operation. This testing of automated drone deliveries, it's gonna take off, pun intended, if you will.
I loved that reference, and it's great to hear about the positive response and high rate of inquiries in the industry. It's especially great to see how excited clients are about drone delivery by Curality. Moving forward into this attractive market, I'd love to draw on Curality's ultimate goal.
The dream scenario for a company would be having the ability to deploy an entire fleet for many small businesses and essentially interconnecting these logistics platforms between all businesses in, let's say, North America or worldwide, where you have fleet management, air traffic management, all done autonomously, and people can start thinking more about higher level things rather than how am I getting to get a package to another person across the city, when you can just have it done immediately without having to think about it at all, without having to use up a resource that would otherwise be able to do something else in another place.
These are amazing goals for Curality to keep in mind as they continue to develop and grow their flourishing business. Mohammed also provided us with another mention of drones influencing a much more sustainable method of delivering goods, which is attractive for any company to take part in today.
Finally, during our chat with Curality, we really got to understand the positive impact that KMBA has on their startup and what benefits being here provides them with.
We benefit from the resources. There's an incredible amount of resources as a startup. Just the TELUS partnership alone has been amazing. I'll speak from technical part. I know Zainab can speak from a business point of view. The fact that we can work with adjacent companies such as Unmanned Life has been wonderful, where they were able to provide us with some feedback on our operations, and we could assist them as well. Already meeting companies in the Living Lab Accelerator such as ThinkRF or Hilo, which already have systems that could tie into our current logistics system, whether it's a system that or an application that handles all of the property management aspects of it, which is Hilo, where we can tie ourselves into their system as well. So yeah, from a technical standpoint, it's been very helpful with resources. It's been giving us access to resources.
I'd follow along with the idea that we're able to get resources from being in Canada North. In addition to that, we're able to have the mentorship of Allspark, for example, in Hawaii from Allspark. Hawaii from Wesley Clover. We're able to get this mentorship that can help us as a small startup develop and reach more customers and more markets.
Now, also, I'd say the KMBA is putting the right foot forward to start showcasing 5G in the park itself. I think it's smart to start looking at deploying 5G technologies in the immediate area to start getting people more comfortable and more aware of what 5G is and what its capabilities. So good on them.
It's so great to get first-hand feedback from a startup's perspective here in the Canada Tech Park and see how advantageous it is for them to be here in so many ways.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the 5G Hub surrounding drones and 5G.
Through insider access to industry professionals' insight, we hope that you now have a greater grasp of why 5G and its related drone applications are so attractive to be involved in today and moving into the future, and how Hub 350 and the Canada North Tech Park is supporting partner companies and enabling their development, especially in the emerging drone industry.
With KMBA and Hub 350, there's always so much to learn and so many connections to be made. Make sure you tune in to upcoming episodes that will focus on topics such as healthcare and 5G, autonomous vehicles, finance, and more.
Thank you to our guests, Mohammed Abu Shaban and Zainab Badawi, the co-founders of Corality Drones, Samir Forsley, the LSpark mentor who is currently working with Corality, John Stevenson, head golf professional at the Marshes Golf Club, and Jorge Munoz, the vice president of business and marketing at Unmanned Life.
Finally, a big thank you to everyone on our team. Jordan Canville, my co-host for today's episode, Raj Balodia and Puria Brasai, and Taryn Khan.
And finally, a big thank you to Daria Ivatsik, my co-host for today. Thank you for listening to the 5G Hub, a podcast brought to you by Hub 350.